we're back, and they are, well, moguls working together with a partnership. I don't know how this works. They run a magazine. Is that right? A business. She also has a single out, so you're like a famous singer too. And then you're an entrepreneur, both authors, I think. And they have a book coming out, so it's just a lot going on. And they flew in from Chicago to be on the Monica Makes It Happen show, which I really appreciate. I hate to say, who was sitting right there before was Dionne Warwick.
Wow. Wow.
Legends among us. Yes. Such a big fan. I just bought a tank top actually with her face on it. But back to you, it's called Consciousness Magazine. And I think that's really, it says it all right there.
Yes.
And I'm so excited that you are here to talk about how it really impacts business, because we're always about business and how do we make business happen? Well, it has to be through our mental state. It has to be through our spiritual health. And well, health is wealth, we always say. Consciousness Magazine, could you tell me a little bit about it? First, we have Tocarra Robinson, a powerhouse. She has her own nonprofit, Still I Rise. She's the executive director, best-selling author, chart-topping recording artist. I got to ask you about that. And then Aaron Robinson, her husband. Is that right? You guys are partners? This is crazy. Manager of Still I Rise, best name for a nonprofit, Still I Rise. And he has a best-selling author. And I think they have a book to come. But Tocarra, you first. I love Chicago. There's something magical about Chicago, but this is a national movement that you're doing. What is it about Consciousness Magazine that has been so successful for so long? What's the secret?
So he would be able to elaborate on Conscious Magazine a little more than myself.
Well, yeah, you're actually a writer. It's an inspirational magazine, empowerment. We interview a lot of people around the country, basically the world. Shout out to NBA legend Isaiah Thomas, one of my good friends. Had the opportunity to interview him. The late Dr. Maya Angelou, Ed Asner, and the list go on and on, Dominique Wilkins and so forth. So those are some of the people we touch. They share a story that's inspiration and just telling us some of the things that they've been through and how they got to a place in their life to inspire people also.
Gosh, I love this. And I love that is it a monthly magazine where you do this and you highlight that kind of, and what I like is it's a new way of thinking.
Yeah.
Because, we were stuck in the old, and when we're stuck in the old, there's no room for growth, right?
Yes.
And do you feel that when you're working together? How do you split up the tasks here? Because I know I can't have a 10-minute conversation with my husband without it getting a little abrasive between you and me. Maybe it's time for counseling, but what do you think? Like, how do you do this?
We end up splitting it up. I mean, we have like the music time that's more in the night hours. Then we have
that's smart. That's really smart.
The magazine time, and then we have the nonprofit time. So we're pretty good at doing this.
It's definitely time management.
It's time management. Nobody talks about this because everyone's like, I'm doing my 9 to 5. And if you're inspiring a couple watching, because I know you're inspiring my husband and I right now, what would you say is the number one thing you can do if you're a couple, a power couple, because you're probably going to do a whole book on this. Yeah. What's the number one thing you can do if you're a power couple that wants to work together but hasn't done it yet?
Just, you can go ahead first.
I would say communication. And respecting each other's, that would be mine.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And listen to each other, find out each other's weaknesses, strengths, or where you could come in and build that up. Because another individual may not have the same idea, but just listen and just build up on top of what you're doing.
Well, can I just be honest? That's a tough conversation to have with your spouse because, I mean, I have all strengths. So if he said something about my weaknesses, that would be a brawl. But no, I'm just saying, but how do you do that? So you pretty much, it is about communication. How do you approach that, like in a nice way, and say, hey, honey, you're great at maybe shooting and photography, and then I'm great at maybe talking or something like that. Start simple.
Pretty much straightforward.
Because at the end of the day, it's business. As far as with our endeavors, we separate personal. So if you bring personal in, sometimes it may be a marriage war.
Hopefully my husband is not watching this, but yes, it is very personal for me. But what I love about Consciousness Magazine is that, and how do we get it? How do we support you? How do we find it?
You can go online, Barnes & Nobles, just type it in Google, everything will pop up, consciousnessmagazine.com. And also our nonprofit, Still music-irise.org.
Love
Tocarra
it.
could tell you more about that.
Yeah, tell me about that. You said how did you come up with that name?
So it was just destined, someone heard my voice on the phone and it was just like the first thing that came to their spirit was still I Rise. And that's how that name came about.
It's so good.
Yes.
I mean, I say our communities rise all the time on TV. So maybe this is just like destiny that we're sitting on the same couch together. What do you want people to know about your nonprofit?
So we basically, we have so many programs. We have financial literacy programs where we...
Wait, JP Morgan Chase sponsors that, and I had no idea. I think I should get extra credit for that. Are they watching? I hope they are.
So we partner with Chase Bank and PNC Bank for our financial literacy programs. We have health and wellness. We also partner with the Salvation Army where we're able to give back to the homeless. We give clothing and household items, that's definitely dear to our heart.
Yeah, well, you have a friend in me. And what I find is that people come rushing to help you. When you start helping, which is what you're doing with your magazine and with your nonprofit, people come out of the woodwork to help you. Is that your experience too?
I always tell people when you start something and when you dive into it and get it going, people come. They may not be there at first, but they will come and support. Just hang in there. They'll be there.
I love that because it's that build it, they will come. I think that's a movie or something with Kevin Costner. But I find that to be the case. I remember I really wanted a podcast and I just bought the microphones and we have this multi-million-dollar studio. And then once fast forward, here we are. I don't know how many I have left, but you get the sponsors, you get everyone coming on board. What's your mission? Like if you had to sum it up for someone, what your mission is for your nonprofit, for the magazine. First, what's your mission?
For the nonprofit is to just educate and inspire and empower as many people in America as possible.
That's wonderful.
And just to feed, clothe, and give back. That's my heart.
Feed, clothe, and give back. Wow. Okay, hit all three. And then how about you? What's the mission of the magazine?
To inspire, empower, and just uplift the community. So we have that synergy together with our businesses because that's in us. We don't know any other way but to give, love, share,
You're like givers. Someone said that. They said there's givers in life and takers. And you just surround yourself with givers. And that's what I try to do on the show is I'm just partnering always and having people on the show just like you who are giving to our community. And I think that's so important. Message of hope. A lot of people watching are, I have a lot of women watching. I have a lot of moms. What type of hope could you give them? Like if, let's say they're struggling a little bit, whether it's in their career or with their families or maybe with an illness, what type of inspiration do you want to give them?
Oh, you want to share? Don't give up because the situation you're in right now is not going to look like that forever. You may endure some things. You got to go through that. Gotta go through it. Once you get through it, I promise you, it's beautiful at the end. It's beautiful. Yes.
I love that one.
Yes, and basically to piggyback off him, don't give up. Just keep going. Even if it looks like a dead end, it's not a dead end.
Really?
You'll be able to come out of that.
You know who said that? Tyler Perry said it best. He said that so many doors closed on him before his $1 billion, and he said he would just go around the corner and then there's like maybe a little opening or he'd go around, just keep going around. And I love that vision of like when you get a no, just going around, trying to figure out how do I make this work? I love it. So how do we first of all reach you? You already said it's on Amazon. So website, what's your website?
Still-irise.org.
Okay, the hyphen's important. And then how do we reach you?
ConsciousMagazine.com. And you can also go to TocarraMusic.com where she released our new single.
I can't believe
Block Party. Shout out to BN1.
Can you sing a little bit? Or
Platinum recording artist Ben One is featured on that record.
I love how humble you are. Platinum. Okay. Sounds good to me. And thank you always for watching our show, wherever you are, whether it's on your phone, in your living room, on YouTube, on social media. I always joke I do TV too. That's our bread and butter here, folks. And don't forget to watch my podcast on Fridays. Very important to do that. It's brand new and we have a partner now with Ponce Bank, which I'm so appreciative of. But always thanks to Chase. And thanks to Goya for always making it happen. And you're making it happen. Don't forget to reach out to us, watch us. We're making it happen together. See you next time. Thanks, guys. You
Thank
were the best.
Thank you.